The following video is a propaganda piece on the Royston Club and why they're destined to be the next big thing. But before we get into it, if you are new here, please consider liking, following and doing all that good stuff. If you're a fan of the Royston Club, you will be a fan of this video. Let's get into it. I've just finished listening to the Royston Club's debut album, Shaking Hips and Crashing Cars, not Chasing Cars, which is what I wrote down originally. Crashing Cars for the 100th millionth time. It was only released in June 2023, so just over a year ago, and it's one of the best albums of that year. But I'd even go one step further and say it's probably one of the best albums of the last 20 years. And it's such a shame that not enough people have heard it. Now, don't get me wrong, the Royston Club's growth over the last 2 years has been great. But with still only 138,000 monthly listeners, I know that's not a small number by any means. But that still seems ridiculously low for a band doing what they're doing. You see, a lot of bands release an album with a few decent singles and a lot of filler. Not many bands are able to release albums full of potential singles, which is exactly what we have in our hands with Shaking Hips and Crashing Cars. It's just banger after banger. It has great re-listenability, if that's even a word, but it makes you want to listen over and over again is sort of what I'm getting at there. I haven't heard a record as consistently good from start to finish in a long time. A couple of years ago I really liked WL by the Snuts, but even that had a few skips on there for me, whereas Royston Club's album didn't have a single skippable song, in my opinion. I mean, in that regard, there's only a couple I can think of off the top of my head, whatever people say, That's What I'm Not by Arctic Monkeys, and maybe even The Balcony by Catfish, there's not many albums that start to finish, every single song is a banger. Royston Club, it is. And that's the level the Royston Club are at. They've got everything you could want from an indie rock band, and more. They have the energetic tunes that you can mosh to, the tunes you can sing your heart out to, and the more emotional numbers, they just want to hold your loved ones to. It really ticks every single box. And I would struggle to even single out any songs off of this album because they are all great in their own right. But if I had to choose my personal highlights, it would probably be 52 and Cherrifer, which, if you've been following us for a while, absolutely adore that song. Frontman Tom Faithful's got an absolutely lovely voice, and he just guides you through each track with you hanging on to every single word. From the tones used by the guitars to the theatrical strings, and the album is just so refined and clean, and for a debut record, they've set the bar so high. Well, that's a bar they clearly wish to raise with their new single, The Patch Where Nothing Grows, which, as Kira Knox put it for Rockstars, it strikes the perfect balance between catchy melodies, jagged guitars and high-pitched hooks. I really don't know what the ceiling is for this band, but believe you me, it is extremely high. So high, in fact, I'm going to predict right here, right now, that they're going to headline Reading and Leeds within the next 5 years. And it's for every reason that I've just mentioned that I believe Royston Club are destined to be the next big thing in music. So the biggest takeaway from this, I guess I want you to have, their album, Shaking Hips and Crashing Cars, is exceptional. And you need to jump on the bandwagon now, because in a year or two, they're going to be massive, selling out arenas, possibly even stadiums in the foreseeable future. And then you'll be moaning, why is it 50, 60, 70 quid for a ticket when you can go see them now? It'll cost you 15, 20 quid and you're going to see one of the best live bands out there right now. Why wouldn't you do it? It's not too late to jump on the bandwagon. If you've been here since the Talk Tonight days, we went early on Royston Club in 2020. It's great to see them doing well. Their album's absolutely terrific. I've said numerous times, go listen to it now, go listen to it now, go listen to it now. This has been Rockstars. That's why Royston Club are going to be the next big thing. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, maybe drop us a like, follow, do all that good stuff. All that good snuff. all that good stuff. And comment, let me know what's your favourite song by the Royston Club. I'll see you next time. Take care.